It was the British Prime Minister, former British Prime Minister Hal Macmillan, who was once asked what could possibly knock his government off course, and he replied, "Events, my dear boy, events." Well, that's what has happened to us over the last few months, the extraordinary events that we've all gone through. And as a result, companies are now trying to reconfigure their staff levels, and individuals have to kind of reconsider what they do, the sort of job that they're going to have or look for. The last TNI Thoughts that we had about a week ago, we talked about the concept of Me Inc. and the responsibility that we all have to look after our own careers and not to be dependent on other people or even other events. And we've seen what's happened there. We have to create our own kind of career playbook. We have to develop our own personal brand. We have to figure out how can we use networks, how can we build our networks and use our networks during this period. That's good for individuals, but what about companies? What should they do? Well, I think they should really embrace networking as a core kind of theme within the culture of the organization. It's all about enthusing people and encouraging people, incentivizing people, measuring people, rewarding them to be good at networking. And there's a kind of a few reasons for that. Firstly, frankly, we can't go it alone. Opportunities don't float around on clouds. Opportunities are attached to people. So if you're looking for an opportunity, you're looking for people. And secondly, there's more smart people outside your organization than inside your organization. So by networking, you get access to these sorts of people. Because, we live in a world where it's not what you know, it's not even who you know, but who knows you. So what then would be 5 things that companies could do to engender, to create the enabling conditions for networking to be really effective? I think they have to buy into the concept of network intelligence, encourage people to build their social capital. Social capital are the resources available to people in their personal and business networks. Goes along with financial capital, which is what they own, and human capital, which of course is what they know. I think companies should make this a KPI, a key performance indicator. I think people should be assessed and rewarded and compensated on doing this. Companies have to create enabling conditions to encourage this to happen, to allow people to go out and spend time with others, to come back and report on it. We're going to have a whole situation of what we call boomerang employees, people who used to work for your company, but they've now left the company, but they may come back in the future. So another initiative is companies should set up networks, alumni networks, or even you might call them diaspora networks of people who used to work for the company. It's a very common practice now for people to return to companies that they spend time with. Companies should also hire and wire. In other words, they should hire well-connected people and wire into their network. All these things are important, and if companies implement these changes, it's a way in which they will empower their employees. It'll be of benefit to their employees for sure, but it'll certainly be a benefit to the company. The classic win-win situation.